Hey everyone, Dylan here, and in today's video I'm going to be kind of scrapping my reviews of part 1 Naruto. I did watch the Search for Tsunade arc, and I did watch most of the Sasuke retrieval arc, and I kind of got tired of reviewing these, so I'm going to do something else. I'm going to rank the arcs. And for the arcs that I have not talked about, I'll talk a little more in depth about them and how I feel about them. Just in this ranked video of my favorite to least favorite and all that. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Hopefully the new kind of scene is cool. I'm no longer gonna be sitting on a meat box. I figured I'd try to just set up in my living room. Hopefully I've got it right. Blind person here trying to make things look good is difficult. But anyways, that's that. So we will get into the video at my number 6. And by no means do I dislike any of these arcs. Or the number 6, which is my least favorite, but I still like it, which is basically the first arc in the series. Which is basically kind of like the academy / the bell test arc kind of thing. And I love it, right? I love the, just the expansion of what all different battling was for ninja, the difference between a genin and a jonin, just different stuff like that. But however, it doesn't have that much to it, right? Otherwise, compared to the other arcs, so, because it's a starter arc, so just based on that, and I really do like it a lot, so I have to kind of just put it at my number 6, but yeah, so. But next is something we're going to talk about a little bit more in depth, and that is number 5, which is the Search for Tsunade arc. And to be really honest, I put this one above the other, only really because, it has Naruto learning the Rasengan, which is cool. It has Itachi showing up for the first time. It has, just a few cool things, but overall, though, there's something about the arc that I just don't like all that much. I don't hate the arc, but I would honestly put the beginning of Naruto kind of above it if it weren't for the Rasengan and a couple other things that it just has more to it. So by default, I have to kind of put it above above the first arc in the series. But I don't know. The Search for Tsunade arc was alright. There's some things that's just kind of eh. And, how Jiraiya, got drugged so easily. It's dude, you're supposed to be this, I don't know, great shinobi. And this is your friend Tsunade, which you know very well. How can you just drop your guard like that? I don't know. There's just parts of it that were kind of dumb to me. And just, it did feel like it dragged on. The one thing that I have always said is, though, each arc in Part 1 Naruto was different from the last. So, you get something different every time. So this was different. It wasn't the same thing over and over. So I can appreciate that. But I don't know, there was just something about the Search for Tsunade arc that just rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm just I don't know. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the Search for Tsunade arc. If you love it, if you feel the same as I do, or anything like that. Because I'd be really curious to know. And yeah, so that was my number 5. Next is my number 4, which my number 4 is the Land of Waves arc. The real first proper arc in Naruto where the world expands. I've already done a review on this arc, but all in all, it's a good start, to opening up the world, showing what a shinobi is, and it just has some really great stuff in it, and it's an awesome arc, and I love it. It's cool. So that is why it is my number 4. Now, my number 3 is going to be the Sasuke retrieval arc. Now, I had a tough time deciding between what was going to be my number 3 and my number 2. And, but the Sasuke retrieval arc is actually, it's kind of it has a lot to it, and of course, the biggest thing to it is the big Sasuke versus Naruto battle. Naruto wants to fight, Sasuke to get him to come to his senses, to bring him back to the village. Sasuke wants to not be taken back to the village, but also he wants to break his bonds with Naruto, and that because he felt he wanted to have the normal shinobi life, get stronger with friends, but he felt that he wasn't ever going to get to his goals that he wanted. He was going to remain weak if he kept doing that, so he was going to sever bonds with them to go in to get power and revenge and all that. And so that's kind of where the climax was, and it was really awesome and cool. The black Chidori and the red Rasengan. I of course saw it when I did have sight, so I just remember that visual very vividly. It was really cool. And of course, everything else about it, you have all of, you have a bunch of other characters getting more development. We get more development of Choji being the coolest he'll ever be, pretty much, with the pills that he was taking, and to gain all those powers. And then you have even Neji having some character development after him fighting Naruto and everything. So I really appreciated that. I really liked that. Kiba got some development, kind of. I mean, not really. I mean, Kiba's kind of just there. I mean, he does have a battle, and he's cool and all that, but I don't know. Kiba's just Kiba, I guess. And Shikamaru, even at the start of the arc, Shikamaru, of course, getting even more development, and then getting even more development after this arc and during, and just everything about it. So he had some cool parts to play. There was just a lot of character development in this, and a lot of stuff, and a lot of cool fights. There were many cool fights that happened, so there's that. You had Gaara showing some character development and growth, and just the cool different fights. So I really like the Sasuke retrieval arc. However, it is not my favorite, but it is one of them, which is why it's number 3. And then my number 2 ranked, and this one was difficult. It is the Leaf Destruction arc, albeit a bit shorter than the Search for Sasuke arc. Although the funny thing is, there is a chase after Sasuke in both of these for a little bit. But there's something about the Leaf Destruction arc, the endings to them, right, where Naruto is fighting Gaara. The sides of the same coin. Naruto could have been evil like Gaara, and Gaara could have possibly became good. Been good like Naruto, which of course he eventually does, but pretty much, I don't know, just the big climax battle, the music, the emotions. On top of that, you have Orochimaru versus the third Hokage, just the big main theme, of being strong, protecting your friends, protecting the ones you love and care about, and that's what gives you strength. Whereas, being alone just makes you weaker. It doesn't give you power. And, the third Hokage giving his life for his village, his people, and saying, don't underestimate the Leaf. The next generation is very strong. And, all that. And I don't know, it's just really powerful. And it just, when I just think about, the final endings to, both of those fights, I apologize for, any noises or fire trucks, you can't help the real world, right? But I don't know, there's something about just that instance, just about that is so powerful, and I just loved it so much. Even just a little bit more than the Sasuke retrieval arc, which I like a lot. They're really close for me, but I just feel like that was just a really cool time. Was the Leaf Destruction arc, and so it just kind of nudges the Sasuke retrieval arc a little bit with the Leaf Destruction arc at number 2. So now, my number 1 is the Chunin exams, and I don't know what else to really say. I've made a review about it. I love it. It has so many different tests, so many different themes that you go through as the character is getting stronger, and just new abilities and everything. And I don't know, I love the Chunin exams arc. I have fond memories of it and nostalgia from watching it as a kid, especially the Rock Lee fight. And so, I don't know, it's just my favorite. That's kind of all I'll say about it there. But that's kind of been my Naruto Part 1 arcs ranked, instead of reviewing the other 2 arcs that I haven't reviewed. This kind of sums it up all. I will be doing an overall review of Part 1 Naruto. maybe I'll eventually do these kind of things with Shippuden, but that's in the future because I haven't even finished Shippuden. I've watched up to like 420 something episodes of it, and I'd probably go ahead and rewatch the whole series, but I've never even finished it because I got to a point where I was just like, I don't know what's filler, and like I just didn't want to feel like digging through it, so I just kind of dropped it. But I do plan on finishing it at some point. So, and this will be interesting because I haven't watched Naruto Shippuden in a long time, and I'll be blind doing it, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what your favorite Part 1 Naruto arc is, what your least favorite is, how you felt about the Search for Tsunade arc, and anything else that you want to, do. And I don't really ask for this on this channel very much. Give a little thumbs up, I guess. I'm not gonna do this ever, really. But I don't know, I just felt like it today. But yeah, please subscribe if you're interested in just a blind guy rambling about random stuff and all that. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.